We have the threat of violence and the reality of violence against women on a regular basis in Egypt, and no ability to find recourse to the law, because there is little respect or no respect for the rule of law at present in Egypt. Clearly, what is happening in Egypt is a situation where the security forces and the police are threatening the men detainees and the men activists with either detaining their women as well or threatening to abuse them, and therefore they are placing women and men in a very vulnerable position. We're in a very difficult situation now because both human rights organizations and that are able to glean any kind of evidence of this or to bring together cases against those responsible for this can't really turn to any kind of justice system in Egypt. I think there are women in almost every protest that happens in Egypt against the military. So the women are visible, they are there. They were there from 2011, but the situation today is far more dangerous for both men and women. They're liable to be shot at and they are liable to be killed. In a sense, we have a republic of fear now, and in Egypt, a political system that threatens both men and women, but women are continuously vulnerable to this issue of harassment and abuse if they want to protest or if they are detained. Women have been rounded up either because they were part of a protest or maybe they were just passers-by. We have a case recently of a woman who was picked up and put in detention, who was pregnant and was handcuffed and had to give birth through a cesarean just to be and return to detention again. They're at the forefront of that resistance in the protests that happen daily throughout Egypt. It doesn't mean that they don't have rights that are specific to them that they would want to pursue, but at this stage they are fighting a battle for the survival of the revolution of 2011. And so the struggle takes on a different dimension. It's one in which they stand side by side with men in a common struggle against the return of the military into Egyptian politics. Where we are now in terms of women's participation in the political arena in Egypt is one that is advanced, because women are there on the streets, they are there in the university campuses, they are resisting the military regime. And that participation is a big step because it involves women from very different backgrounds, different political backgrounds and different social backgrounds. It's not only secular and liberal women, it's women who are religious, or women who are pious, women who are members of the Muslim Brotherhood. There are women who obviously support the military regime, but there are many who don't. And those are the women that are sacrificing daily in Egypt. So those that who are sacrificing today and are imprisoned today are not women who come from one particular political trend. On the contrary, and I think that this is an important issue to raise because in a sense there is a broad alliance of different forces that are opposed to the military, and the women represent that broad alliance as well.